Welcome everybody to Bugbears and Brews. My name's Brian and today we're recapping the 19th session of our Tomb of Annihilation campaign. Alright, so we started off, first off this was an online game versus in-person. I had a couple chores to take around, deal with around the house, then just easier to not worry about dealing with other stuff. So I was like, let's just do it online and be done with it. So start off with you guys hanging out around the tipped over cart. Took a look around there, found a couple oddities, a bunch of stuff related to hair maintenance, combs and some brushes, all that kind of stuff. Everything pretty old looking. Found a really small buffed up piece of metal that could probably be used as a mirror. And then there was the main thing that you guys found of interest was a call it a Rosetta Stone type situation here. It was a slab of rock, stone, whatever, that told a tale. Seemed to be the same tale in two different languages. Language you understood, and then a language of Omuan. So even though you have the translator, you now also have the stones. You didn't pull them and run around with them because they're like 200 pounds each, but you took rubbings of them. So you kind of have a translation here, and over time you can figure out that hey, you can pretty much if you're reading and you have no time sensitivity, you shouldn't have any issues at all, even without the translator. During that time though, there's like a scent of honey that kept on building up in the air, and so like overall just kept on getting stronger and stronger, and eventually kind of pointed it to being Obrecht. The scent of honey was coming from him. And doing a little bit of investigation, there was one of the little chawinga, whatever it is, the little forest spirits hang out in his beard. You guys quickly plucked that thing and let it go on its way, and then you guys headed north and wanted to check out the kind of amphitheater type situation. Amphitheater, can I not say that word? Amphitheater looked to be some sort of breeding ground for some dino baddies. So as you guys got near there, you guys were attacked by half dozen or so velociraptor type raptor creatures. Dionysus, I think, was the actual enemy. But when you hit them, you took them out pretty easily. They start out, I think I got like a crit to begin with. I've been opening up with crits on a couple combats lately, and it's just a good thing I didn't do a crit on the Mega T-Rex thing. A couple of them ganged up on the Orin. One made a mad dash for the clothy type guys, and then three of them ganged up on a couple like Obrecht and them over on another side there. But they didn't have a whole lot of hit points, and they quickly were taken care of. One of them went to run away, and you guys took care of that. Let's see here. The one kill that kind of stood out to me was Sai. He was running and tossed a dagger, wound up critting the dagger and taking down, or not a dagger, a dart. Tossed the dart, wound up critting on the dart and taking out one of the dino baddies that was harassing the casters there. So that was really good. You didn't investigate further in the amphitheater because all the tunnels that the baddies came out from, you're kind of guessing, looking at the evidence here, that it's a breeding ground. You didn't want to go in these tunnels and possibly encounter these guys in a much smaller close quarter type situation. And then you talked about maybe smoking them out, but you decided against that because you don't know how many was in there. So let's go explore other places. You went and headed south. As you guys were walking away, though, you turned around and looked at the amphitheater one last time, and on the back side of the amphitheater, there looks to be a very large section of the bushes that has a path clearly made into it, something big coming and going, coming and going. So take that, do what you want with it. All right. Next, you kind of took a look around like the ritzier area, found a we'll call it like a noble complex, a nobleman's house that you wanted to investigate. 2 stories, building itself overall looked to be somewhat okay condition, but definitely some suspect joint work and top floor type situation. I laid that out clearly before you guys went in. And so you guys headed in, hung out, took a look around. You found a wall safe that had some sort of treasure piece in it. I don't remember off the top of my head what it was. Oh, it was like a death mask or something like that. And then you guys, in one of the side rooms, was it Oric, I think, that found a dead body? Yeah, he found a dead body in the side room. Went to go check it out further, and he was attacked by a specter. The specter tried to touch him, didn't really do anything, let out this horrible ear-piercing scream, and I got to use the specter in a more fun way than I think I've ever used any sort of undead that has the incorporeal tag to it. So the nice thing was with this, we're doing it online, and so I'm sharing the battle map, and I made it appear, and then it attacked Tim, and then immediately dashed out the wall, I believe, or no, I think it hung around for the first turn, and then after that, it dashed out the wall as more people came. But yeah, I was like, dash out the wall of this room or this building, and then I come back in through another wall, attack somebody else. I didn't really land any hits. No, I landed one on Barlow, but Barlow wound up making the save. So the big nasty thing that happens with specters we didn't have to worry about there. And then Sai wound up hitting it with the spear, which is magical, and then somebody else too. I forget who wound up. Maybe Sai took that one out too. But before, so you guys are all chasing this thing, like all the melee people are chasing this thing around the building, and it's kind of popping out all over the place. And so Sai says, screw it. He's coming in from outside because you guys chased it outside, and it's coming back. It's pulling its slime around, trying to attack some of the people inside. And Sai goes running and crashing through this wall on purpose. So he's like, you know what? I'm just going to go right through the wall and, do a jump kick through it and then continue on and hopefully get into it because, party members were screaming in the other room. He jumps, he kicks. He made his dex save, but also Oric was inside the room. Sorry, I had to remember that. Oric was inside the room checking out kind of what kind of goodies were on this this body there instead of playing chase the undead, and the house just starts collapsing. So you guys took some damage from that. Oric took some damage, Sai took some damage, but yeah, so Sai jumped through, wound up stabbing the ghost with his magic weapon, took that out, and then everybody hurried up and dashed out. As far as goodies that you obtained from there, there was a silver platter on top of the death. And so you had the death mask, you had a silver platter, and you had some sort of helmet that a little bit better condition than what you expect it to be in. And a single page of like a journal that floated down and landed at Barlow's feet. And then he shed a tear as he assumes that whatever books were in there on that top floor are absolutely demolished. From there, you guys showed me on the map next little area that you want to check out, which was to the east of where you guys were. It's something you kind of pass on the way in, and it looked to be like some sort of state building or something like that. And as you guys are kind of looking at it, you're noticing there's a little bit of fortification type stuff added to it. This fortification stuff looks a little bit newer, not like brand new, doesn't look like it's, stands out a lot, but it's, rubble clearly pushed in ways to make it, make fortification type paths and that kind of stuff there. So as you guys are looking at this, you get shouted at from the top of this building from several Yanti. They shout at you one language. They, no communication went through, so they tried common, and they're like, "Hey, we want to talk to you guys. You wait right there." You're like, "No, we're not going to do that." So they started shooting arrows at you. You guys didn't run initially. Mark, playing Barlow, shot a fireball up and had a well placement on it, or a good placement on it. Did some pretty good damage, says 2 of them. One of them was relatively unscathed. But from there, they kind of disappeared and you didn't see them for a couple seconds there. And you started hearing this like war horn type blasting, communication blasting, boom, 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 like, clearly they're sending like, I don't know, distress signal or we got them, some sort of signal that you guys said, oh shit, let's run. And so there's a little bit of debate which way to run. A couple people just want to run like directly where you guys came from and the house that collapsed, kind of hang out around there. A couple people wanted to head south back to the maze shrine. A couple people wanted to go to the gladiatorial shrine because it was really well fortified. In the end, you guys wound up heading south to the maze shrine. And that's good because meta-wise, I had other plans for the other ones, and that was the one I picked for being safe. Mainly because for me, you guys kind of had to take a risk of remembering the puzzle for getting in there quickly, which you guys did easily. So having that kind of helped negate, that was kind of my task compared to the other two that I picked as being unsafe locations. So you got your short rest in. That's where we're stopping for now. This is all really early in the day. So like when this happened, you're looking like late morning. So you can't exploit this for a long rest unless you're going to be hanging out there for a very long time. And if you are, that's going to up chances of being discovered in that area, and being discovered in an area that is a maze. Probably not the best idea. Overall, it was interesting to do a scenario where we didn't progress and do a shrine. I liked kind of checking out some different side stuff. I got a little bit of frustration from some people, like, why are we looking at things that aren't shrines? But it's fun to explore and sometimes not just drive the story 100% of the time there. So yeah, good times. I'm gonna go ahead and pound more water because there's blood work tomorrow, so there's no beer tonight. That's a school night anyway, but whatever. Talk to you guys later. Bye.